Okay, let me start this video off by being very blunt because I have to be. Do not buy this headset or any Pimax headset unless you, one, know computers, and two, know VR headsets. All right? You've got to at least have built a computer in the last 5 years, or, and you need to have some VR experience. Don't buy this headset if you're 72 and you have nothing to do and you own a Mac and you want to get a PC. So you go out and buy a $10,000 PC, a Pimax 8KX, and you plug it in and you are the loudest fucking person on the internet. Okay? People who buy these headsets, Pimax in particular, a lot of them are very outspoken. A lot of them have a lot of issues with the headset that could have been resolved, specifically if they knew more about computers and more about headsets and more about headset settings. And we're going to go over that today, okay, just so everybody's on the same picture, okay? This is still a review. I'm still going to review this. These headsets, Pimax headsets in particular, are very misunderstood online because a lot of people who are 60, 70, 50, their kids are out of the house, they're really bored, they have loads and loads of cash, and so they throw it at something, and they buy a $20,000 PC, and they buy a Pimax headset, and they have lots of problems, and they don't know why. This headset is not a fun toy. Oh, I'm going to give it a try. You need to know things about computers, okay? You need to know things about headsets. It's very, 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 very important. I can't believe I'm starting my review like this, but I have to. I have to for you. Because a lot of people online are giving these headsets shit. Like lots and lots of shit on these headsets. Because they have no fucking clue what they're doing. I see these things, these people posting online of the easiest fixes for problems in the world, and it's like that. If you go, oh my goodness, I'm not gonna get into that. Okay, all you have to know is that these headsets have been severely misunderstood online. These are very, very stable headsets, at least the one that I have, and I have had zero software or hardware problems with this headset. Zero. I've had it for 5 months. Pimax didn't pay me fucking nothing. I didn't get this headset for free. I fucking bought this thing for $1,450. Yeah, because I'm crazy, okay? I'm crazy. I'm an engineer. I ain't got fucking shit to do. So I bought a headset, okay? I bought a headset. I've had a Vive Cosmos. I'll never buy Vive ever again. Okay. I actually have a Quest 2. And I had an Acer mixed reality headset. I think I did one of my first YouTube videos was on the Acer headset. But I wanted to make a review on this thing because it's deeply misunderstood. And it's also not for everyone. The first things that I just said in this entire video, this whole intro, was because this headset is probably not for you. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm really not. This is not a headset for Johnny's first headset. It's just not. It's also not a headset for I'm a millionaire, I want a nice headset. This is also not. This has to be your niche. You have to want to love this. This is not a toy. This is like literally, you need to love this. I can't even believe I'm saying this in the first part of the video. But I just had to because there's so much misunderstood shit online about these headsets. Now that we're done with that, you can enjoy the rest of the video because I'm about to tell you everything that's good and shitty about this headset. Because there are some things that are also bad, but I can get past those because this is the best headset for me. And it's probably the best headset for you. But you just probably didn't even want to give it a try because people online who have had the hardest problems are very loud. very loud individuals. Just throwing that out there. I didn't shave, and I look like a idiot right now, don't I? That's fine. We're going to continue the review anyways. Okay, so this is a Pimax 5K Super. Let's start off by saying, if you buy this headset, if you're thinking about buying this headset, please get the KD Mass version of the head strap. It's $50 more. You're going to be like, why do I have to pay $50 more? You just do. You just do. Buy these. Don't. Friends don't let friends get the crappy audio that comes in the S Mass. Get the KD Mass head strap. Okay? These sound very good. Okay? These actually do sound better than Index. And I actually have pedigree to back that up. Actually, I have more pedigree than this. Okay, I got some more pedigree. Oh crap. Okay. As an audiophile, these sound objectively better than the Index. Okay, Index is actually a little flatter in areas. I'm not gonna get into that. Okay, but this is very impressive. But there are problems with these. There are problems with the audio. The biggest problem with the audio is there is a slight hiss, and it's so minute. If you're a normal person, you probably won't even hear that, but me, it drives me crazy. But trust me, you're going to want these. You are going to want these. Another thing about this headset, it is not super comfortable. Okay, this is not a super comfortable headset. You're not going to want to wear this for more than 6 hours. I've done it before. Kind of feel like you get a headache the next morning. It is pretty heavy. The headset itself is comfortable enough, but over time it will kind of hurt your neck, and the headset weight in the front will try and go forward. You need to make sure that you have this headset really, really tightened around your head. If you look here, what I've done is I have cut out a portion of this part that pushes back on your head, because I want this part of the headset, I want this part to be flat against the back of my head. I don't want it to push up, which is the reason why I basically have a permanent hair thing there, because this will push your hair up in the back. It's awful. So I solved that by cutting this portion and having a little bit of cushion on the back of this. I might make a video about that. I don't know. Probably not. But it is comfortable. It's just you don't want to have it on for a long time. All right? And that's kind of not really super great to hear, but I mean, I can still live with it for 6 hours. It's just any second after 6 hours, you're going to want to get drunk, okay? You're going to want to get super drunk in order to have a good time. And I've done that before, that sort of thing. So, what else about this headset? The cable. The cable is heavy. The cable is long enough. It's probably not as long as any other headset. I think it's pretty short, but it works for my space. I have like it's like a 20 foot by 10 foot. It's like a square play space right around here. You can kind of see in the background. You kind of can feel where my stuff's at. I got a base station back there, a base station right there. Don't really have any issues with tracking. Let's get into tracking. The tracking on this thing. I was super nervous about the tracking because I got the headset before I got my Index controllers and Vive base stations. These are Valve base stations. That's another thing you need to know. These are the best base stations that money can buy. That's good. So it comes in the package. If you get the full package with the Index controllers and base stations, comes with Valve base stations, which is really nice. Really, really nice. At least mine did. I don't know if yours is. The tracking was great. The tracking is great. It's perfect. It is absolutely perfect tracking. I've seen people online talking about how there's a lot of drift and stuff. I don't see that. I don't. Like, I have no problems with tracking at all. Like, again, there's people online, they just have issues. I don't know. I don't know. They may have genuine issues, but I don't actually have any issues at all. I'd also like to talk about now before we get into specifications for how to run this. So I have a 3080. I bought it before the whole thing happened, so I got with no scalper pricing or anything like that. So don't think I'm like some billionaire or something. I bought it before all the things happened. So I have a 3080. I have 32 gigs of 3800 megahertz CL16 memory with a Ryzen 5800X. So it's about as good as it can possibly be in terms of performance. Like you can get a 3090, but it's we'll get into that because actually we'll get into that right now. You kind of need you need a graphics card that has more than 8 gigs of VRAM. You have to. You cannot get by with 8 gigs of VRAM on this thing, especially if you're running high refresh rate. I have my headset set to 120 frames per second because I don't like the smaller field of view that the higher refresh rates give me. So this headset can run at 180 hertz, but I would not do that for the world because you want to have that wide field of view. When you go too high on the refresh rate, you're gonna have a bad time. Your field of view is going to shrink, and you're gonna have some issues. All right, you're gonna have some problems because the field of view goes really, really tight. The field of view lowers when you increase the frames per second, but you can get most of the field of view by setting it to 120, and that's what I do. How fast does everything feel? Feels pretty quick. No lag or anything like that. Way the fuck better than the Cosmos. And I'm going to get into that when we talk about the visual experience. But for the Vive Cosmos, no problems. Let's go back to my intro here, okay? I see a lot of people having some issues with powering and a lot of issues with disconnects and a lot of issues with tracking. And they may also be related to AMD. If your motherboard is not on the newest BIOS, you may have some USB compatibility issues. And that's probably where a lot of the issues that people are having online have, because AMD has been having some problems for a while when it comes to connectivity on their USB ports. So most of the problems could actually be solved today. Again, I'm trying to tell you, man, this thing is not as bad as people say. And I see so many, I need to get off the forums, honestly. OpenMR forums. For these headsets, people are having so many issues. And I know they have genuine issues, but I think a lot of this stuff, like the vast majority of the issues could be solved. That or it is a hardware defect, but I'm very doubtful. Very, very doubtful. Okay, I need to stop talking about that because I know you didn't come here for that. But I mean, this is how I do my videos. I mean, it's just a rant. So, we're going to move on to the visual experience now. What is the visual experience of this headset? Okay, it's complicated. So, I have a very low IPD. My IPD is about 59. And if you own a Pimax like me, you know that's not good. That's a real bad no-no. Because this headset, I'm going to tell you right now, this headset is only for people who have 62 and higher IPD. It just is. Well, then why do I recommend it? Because I have been able to get used to this. I have been able to get used to it on the lowest setting. Because my eyes were already used to really bad IPD adjustment from the Vive Cosmos. So I've been able to fix it. Also, I've been able to fix it in Pimax. So the Pi Tool software that you use to control the headset, that Pi Tool software is really, really state-of-the-art. It literally gives you so many settings. And I've never had it crash, never had it restart my headset, never had a single crash in 5 months or anything like that. I can tell you right now, this headset is interesting because when you change, you can actually change the software IPD, and it actually does a really, really good job of changing where the IPD is in the headset. So if you can change the IPD, you can change up and down in your settings, and you could change left and right the screen. You can change where that where the pixels are being rendered on the panel itself. So you can adjust for IPD, but they still need to figure out a way to fix that. That's my cat. They need to figure out a way to fix IPD, because that's the biggest issue that people have with this headset. A lot of them are hardware related, and I'm pretty sure those are things that could be easily fixed. But the problem with this headset is IPD. IPD could be an issue for you. It's not really a big issue for me because I found out what works for me. Don't know if you're going to be able to handle it. Now let's talk about the distortions of this headset. Distortions, to me, I have no problems with distortions. Some people have been having really strange haloing effects around the lenses on the farthest ends. I haven't had any issues like that at all. It does look kind of dirty on the ends, but it's not actually dirty. I have a cloth that I clean it with every day. It doesn't look dirty at all. I mean, it does look dirty on the edges, but you're not really looking for it. I would much rather have something there than nothing there at all. That's where I would like to go to. Like, what I would like to go to next is the field of view. Y'all really thought Vive Pro 2 was gonna have a good field of view. Yeah, you can downvote the video now if you want. Look, the Vive Pro 2 has a crappy field of view. It's about on par with the Index, but it doesn't have that height. This has height in spades. When you put this headset on, the vertical field of view almost takes up your entire eye space. It's pretty unique. Going from a Vive Cosmos to this thing was like huge. It was gigantic. The FOV is really why you buy this headset. That FOV is massive, and I can tell you right now, I can't go back to a lower field of view. I can't. It has to be like 150 FOV horizontal for me to even care about any headset that's coming out. Like if the Valve Index 2 comes out and it has like a 120 or 130 FOV, I'm just gonna say no. You have to have this FOV. You have to try for yourself. It's like you're in a helmet. It's like you have a racing helmet on. You can still see quite a lot. It's interesting. I can't really describe it to you. I guess I could say it's like putting on underwater goggles. If you taped everything else around the goggles, you'd still have a pretty good field of view, and that's what this gives you. Let's talk about the overall quality of the panels. There's barely any screen door effect. These pixels are huge pixels. They're very big, but there's no space in between them. So I can't really make out a screen door effect. It's very, very minimal. It's less than the Vive Cosmos, and I'd say it's right on par with the Quest 2. Like, it's pretty great. It really is. And I want to dispel something right now. To all the reviewers and all the dummies online, okay? I know I'm being really negative in this review. I'm just a negative person. Screen door effect has nothing to do with the amount of pixels the headset has. That's not true. So-and-so reviewer who has 700 trillion viewers, he told me that that's what screen door is all about. Well, they're being misled. Screen door is the effect that you get when you can see in between pixels. That's it. If there were 4 pixels in each eye, and they were huge pixels with no gaps in between, you wouldn't see a screen door. Screen door only happens when there is an opening that screen door only happens when there's black in between the pixels. These pixels are huge pixels, so you don't really see a screen door effect. You just see, oh, that's not as sharp as I would want it to be. That's it. That's really all I gotta say. I mean, you're being misled. It's literally fake news, and all of the biggest YouTubers are saying it. That's not... I'm just throwing that out there. People are being misled left and right. Let's talk about the clarity of this headset. The clarity of this headset is interesting to me. At first, it blew me away. But then at second, it kind of didn't. So, I got a proposition to make for you. The reason why I said you needed a 10 gigabyte graphics card or more, you want to run this thing at 110% scaling. Oh, that's easy, man. I run the index at like 140, dude. Okay, cool. This thing at 110 is like 3,800 pixels by 3,200 or something. Some crazy amount. But I run this headset at 110% scaling, and I can get pretty close to 10 gigs of VRAM. That resolution is a big deal. It really is a big deal. And at first, I thought it looked blurry until I turned up that resolution scaling in Steam VR, and I was like, wow. This looks insane at 110. And so I kept going up higher. I'm like, nothing looks better. So 110 is perfect. You want to turn up your internal resolution just to the point where it never starts to look better. So at 150% scaling in Steam VR, it doesn't look any better than 110. But 100 looks worse than 110. So 110 is the perfect resolution to use for this. I don't know what the pixels are off the top of my head, but that makes a huge deal. That is a huge deal. Run this headset at 110. And then things are super sharp. Let's talk about clarity. The lenses in this thing, at least for my eyes, the sweet spot is everywhere. It's everywhere. As soon as you can find the right IPD. When you finally find that IPD that works for you, the slider, work with it. Okay, you're going to have to work with it for a long time until it doesn't make you dizzy anymore. Once you're not dizzy anymore, this thing, everything looks clear. Almost everything looks clear. It's extremely unique. It's unique. It really is unique, and that's the whole reason why I made this video. Is it just looks better than anything else. The Pimax 8KX, I'm sure it looks way better than this, but I can tell you off the top of my head, the index doesn't look anything near this. They're near this good. Even, let's talk about the panels themselves. The panels are extremely fast. Not only that, but the performance that I get with this headset is really quick. It's way faster than Vive's. And I think Vive's was really slow because it was using the CPU to scan the room as you move your head because it uses cameras and whatever. This is really fast. Let's talk about the actual... So the panels themselves. The contrast ratio on these panels. Now you're going to be like, now he's just talking about shit I don't know. The difference between lights and darks on this thing are fantastic. If people tell you, oh, I get so mad when people say this. When people tell you the colors on this headset are bad, it's because they don't know how to work PyTool, and it's because the Pimax engineers don't know how to tune their freaking headset. These panels look beautiful when you turn contrast up 1. Just if you have a Pimax headset, turn the contrast up 1 and turn your headset backlight bulbs brightness up to like 90. Colors look fucking insane. Let's talk about glare. Glare is extremely minimal Way, way less than the index. Way less than the index. The contrast is really good. The black levels on these panels is really good. Really, really, really good. Really good. They must be using like VA panels or something. The black levels on this headset, like if you're in a dark area, you're in a dark ass area. Okay? the dark levels are really, really good. This video is really long. It's 25 minutes. I know this video is probably going to get downvoted to oblivion, but I just wanted to make this to kind of tell people my thoughts on this. But black levels are great. What else do I want to talk about? Index controllers work great. Tracking is great. If you buy this headset, make sure you have smart on and off switchers for the base stations because they don't turn on when you turn your headset on, which kind of sucks. But that's life. What else? I don't really know what else. It's a perfect headset for me. I don't really need an AKX. I kind of want one, but I can't swing that kind of money, man. It's way too much money. But I like this headset, and I'm going to end on a rant. I see so much hate on the forums, and I see so much hate of people who mislead people about the headset in particular. My biggest issue is people blaming Pimax for a lot of the issues, specifically related recently to AMD. I see a lot of people saying, oh, why is the AMD support so fucking trash, blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's more complicated than just Pimax working with AMD and NVIDIA. It's not really their fault. The market has chosen, guys. Like, the market has chosen that NVIDIA is just on top. I don't hate AMD. I owned an AMD graphics card up until 5 years ago. I did nothing but AMD, and now it's nothing but NVIDIA for me. But you can't blame Pimax for the issues with some AMD computers. I don't know what the issues are for AMD. I don't know for sure. I know a lot of people are starting to have issues with AMD, but honestly, it's not something that Pimax themselves could probably fix, because it sounds to me more like an AMD issue with driver, because you have to know how software works. It's not just, oh, they've made PyTool work, or they've made the headset work specifically for NVIDIA software. That's not how that works. They're not trying to shun out people with AMD systems. That's not true. And I see a lot of hate going towards the Pimax owners and everything, like engineers and stuff. It's like, dude, it's crazy. They're like, oh, you need to work on AMD issues, and they're like, what issues? And like, some people are having no problems with AMD, so I don't know. It's just on the forums. I read the forums every day, and I get kind of discouraged because the community itself is not really unified. There's a lot of people spreading hate, and a lot of it is just they were misled in the first place, which is, I see the CEO and I see all the people at Pimax trying to solve issues that people have with their software, and a lot of it really isn't the hardware or even their software. It's really just some guy got really bored and he's never owned an actual like computer before and tried to get this to work, and now he's furious, right? So I see that happening a lot, and I don't know, it's just kind of crazy. But if you have a genuine issue, and I've seen a lot of people with genuine issues, there have been a lot of problems with the quality control on the, the optical cable. The optical cable, there's some people having problems with the optical cable. Okay, so if you get this, don't get the optical cable. You might want to wait a while. They might be fixing something, because some people have some problems with the optical cable in terms of like powering the headset and a few other things. So you might want to hold off on the optical cable, but it doesn't come standard. So I mean, I don't really know what to say there. But that's my rant. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I know most people are probably going to dislike it. That's fine. I just wanted to give my opinion. So, leave your dislike below. I'm just going to go chill. Why is this on? You can tell I'm OCD. But, hope y'all got something out of the video. If you don't have a Pimax, and if you do have a Pimax, I hope this kind of just reaffirms things for you guys. I don't know. I love the headset. It's way better than my friend's Index. I tried his Index. I hated that thing. The black levels were fucking garbage trash. The glare was so bad. I just wanted to... Like, I don't know. But that's my review. Hope y'all liked it.